How's it going, everyone? Austin Honecker here. I just want to come on here for a while, and no, it's not an All Elite Wrestling review or me covering a song. It's not me doing an All Elite Wrestling review or covering a song. What I wanted to come on here for a while about is I want to give you all a recap of my day yesterday. Or last night. Well, to go into full detail about it, me and my best friend Jonathan Miller, aka Jon Fun, who is like a brother to me, well, we met up at Walmart in Cross Lanes, West Virginia. Well, I parked my car and I rode with Jonathan. Well, we were supposed to get up there we were supposed to get up to where we were supposed to be at 5 o'clock. Because what was going on is an indie wrestling event called All-Star Wrestling. It's owned the promoter is Gary Dameron. Well, that's who the promotion is owned by, Gary Dameron. Well, there was a meet and greet with some big name wrestlers that started at 5, and it lasted till 7. Well, we were supposed to get up there at 7. We were supposed to get up there at 5. Well, some personal shit happened, and so me and Jonathan, we had to go pick Jonathan's dad, Fred Miller, up at his house in Nitro, West Virginia. So after we picked up Fred, me, Jonathan, and Fred went and picked up Jonathan's friend, Brenda Pack. Well, after that, we had to make a stop to Speedway in South Charleston, West Virginia, because, well, Brenda lives in South Charleston, West Virginia. That's where we picked her up. But me, Jonathan, Fred, and Brenda, after we picked Brenda up, me, Jonathan, Fred, and Brenda stopped at Speedway in South Charleston, West Virginia, because Fred had to do his thing with the bathroom, and after that we went on the road, and as we went on the road, we went to the the indie wrestling event called All-Star Wrestling, and it was a special event. It was called Bash in Beckley 2, because it was at the Raleigh. It was at the Beckley Raleigh Convention Center in Beckley, West Virginia. Well, we got there a little after 6, after the meet and greet. And the big names that were booked for it were Tully Blanchard, Jake the Snake Roberts, J.J. Dillon, FTR, which are Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, Rhino, Shane Douglas, Heath Slater, Brian Myers, Matt Cross, Enzo, and Big Cass. And Francine was supposed to be there, but Francine had to cancel for some personal reasons. Well, as soon as me, Jonathan, Fred, and Brenda got there, I met and got pictures with, I also forgot to say that the Wolves, which are Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards, were there too. But anyway, I met and got pictures, as me, Jonathan, Fred, and Brenda got there, I met and got pictures with Eddie Edwards. Got one with him by himself because Davey Richards was late. So I got a picture with Eddie Edwards by himself. Then I got a picture with Rhino and Heath Slater together. I got one with Jake the Snake Roberts by himself. I got one with Tully Blanchard and J.J. Dillon together. I got one with Matt Cross by himself. I got one with FTR, which are Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler together. I got one with Davey Richards by himself. I got one with Shane Douglas and Brian Myers together. And there's also another one I met. She's an indie wrestler. Her name is Dream Girl Ellie. She's an indie wrestler. She's not a big name, but she's an indie wrestler. But she has made appearances on All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dark and All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dark Elevation. And that's what she's known for. But I met her and got a picture with her as well. Well, I wanted to get a picture with Enzo and Big Cass, who is now known as W. Morrissey. But I missed the meet and greet with them because I was late getting there. Because me, Jonathan, Fred, and Brenda were late getting there. And, I wanted to meet them during the meet and greet, but I missed them. And then I wanted to meet them. So I was trying to meet them after the show, but Enzo was busy and Big Cass left. So that sucks. But, there's always next time of meeting them, though. Hopefully they'll be booked for another All-Star Wrestling event, and I'll get to meet them next time. Because I guess it just wasn't meant to be for me. It just wasn't meant to happen for me to meet Enzo and Big Cass. But on the bright side, I got to meet Tully Blanch. Next time Enzo and Big Cass come to All-Star Wrestling and I go to the event, I'm definitely meeting them and getting a picture with them to make up for last time. But on the bright side, I got to meet and get pictures with Tully Blanchard, Jake the Snake Roberts, J.J. Dillon, Rhino, Shane Douglas, FTR, which are Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, the Wolves, which are Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards, Matt Cross, Heath Slater, and Brian Myers. That was awesome. And I got to talk with some of them too, and that was really cool as well. But they were all nice people, all nice people to meet and everything. But I didn't miss the meet and greet, all of it. I just missed an hour of it, which sucks because I wanted to be there for the couple hours. But something came up, couldn't make it there at 6 o'clock. We couldn't make it there at 5 o'clock, so we got there a little after 6, and it lasted till 7. Well, the event itself lasted from 7 to like 10, 30-ish, 45-ish, something. Somewhere around the 10 o'clock mark. But anyway, but besides me meeting and getting a picture with all the wrestlers and everything, me, Jonathan, Fred, and Brenda, we watched the show and everything, and the show was awesome from start to finish. Some of the wrestlers were booked for matches and managing wrestlers and everything, and but there was a couple of them that were only booked for meet and greets, for the meet and greet. But I ran into Gary Dameron, the promoter of All Star Wrestling, and Gary Dameron, he's one of the nicest. He's one of the nicest men you'll ever meet. He's one of the biggest sweethearts you could ever meet, to be honest with you. Very humble, very kind, good-hearted man. He really knows how to book a professional wrestling promotion. Gary Dameron does. He really knows how to book a wrestling promotion. Got a picture with him and everything. And like I said, it's always good seeing Gary Dameron, because Gary Dameron is, like I said, he's one of the biggest sweethearts you'll ever meet. Like he's got a heart of gold, a kind soul, very humble and kind man, and one of the best professional wrestling promoters there ever is. And um and um and Gary Dameron, you put on an awesome show last night for All Star Wrestling. Hopefully I'll be able to attend more of them, bud. But anyway, after the All Star Wrestling event, me, Jonathan, Fred, and Brenda, we stopped at the Cookout, which is a restaurant in Beckley, West Virginia, to eat. And then after that, me, Jonathan, and Fred took Brenda home, and then Jonathan and Fred took me to after me, Jonathan, and Fred took Brenda home. I had to use me, Jonathan, and Fred stopped at Speedway in South Charleston, West Virginia, because I'd used the bathroom. After that, Jonathan and Fred took me back to Walmart in Cross Lanes, West Virginia, so I could get my car. After that, I went home, and after I went home, Jonathan took Fred home, and Jonathan went home. So like I said, last night was an awesome night. Got to go to Indy Wrestling. I got to go to an Indy Wrestling event with. I got to go to an Indie Wrestling event called All Star Wrestling. Got to meet some big name wrestlers and managers, and I got to watch some good ass professional wrestling with my best friend, Jonathan Miller, who's like a brother to me, along with his dad Fred Miller and his friend Brenda Pack. It was a great time. It really was. It was an awesome time. And hopefully I'll be able to attend more All-Star Wrestling events and everything. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here for a while and give y'all a recap of my night last night for All-Star Wrestling, for the Indie Wrestling event called All-Star Wrestling special event, the Bash and Beckley 2. Like I said, enjoyed the show. Awesome from start to finish. Got to meet big name wrestlers and everything. Like I said, had an awesome time. Hopefully I'll be able to do it again. But anyway, with that being said, my name is Austin Honecker, and I will catch your ass down the road. Peace out.